So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and this is our old friend Shoot and Scoot in the Tier 8 American medium, not really heavy premium tank, the Super Pershing, the T26E4. He's got really nice matchmaking. He's top tier, one of the 3 top tier tanks. Ideal scenario according to Wargaming 357. He is the 3 in the 3. He's not 3 on his own, but you know what I mean. And this is the much loved Paris map. Yeah. Well, it's loved if you're in a heavy tank or a TD with lots of armour. If you're anything else, it's not really that well loved, I would suggest. Certainly not by me. So he starts the game out. He's heading down what sort of is loosely known as the Heavy Alley, which is down the south. He's got support of the VK3601H and the Tiger II. The IS is wandering off down the centre because IS is. And our artillery's just got himself killed by scouts. Oh, she was killed by a heavy tank who is also driving down the middle. What is going on in this game? 2 enemy scouts decided to rush the middle. Now that's a good position. If you can get up around that monument in the centre there where that spick is, you see on the map, it's a really good position. As long as the enemy don't push well that way as well. But there's a bit of a shootout going in the middle. Meanwhile, Shoot is just carrying on his own sweet way. He is top tier, and the Super Pershing is a bit of a beast when you can keep the enemy in front of you. Obviously this gets preferential matchmaking, so you will never see anything other than the Tier 9 game. However, I found that matchmaking changes have affected these limited matchmaking premiums a lot more than others. Certainly my KV5, I'm getting trounced every time I take it out. I'm always bottom tier because I get in a match where there's 5 top tiers and 10 middle tiers, which is effectively a bottom tier for the KV5. So nobody here. You can see the Tiger II's gone balls deep, and so Shoot knows there's nothing much there. And you can see at least 3 of the enemy heavies are all sitting up at what is that, F7 there. And there's AT-15A being spotted. Shoot doesn't really need to worry too much about him, although if he's firing APCR it could be a bit problematic. So Tiger II's engaging. Looks like the Spick's gone on a loony run trying to get to the VK, and he's taken him down. Our 12-ton wasn't really interested. Shoot's now got a shot on the cupola of the AT. Nice shot first up. But the Tiger II is down, and shoots out. First shot is fired, and it's 4-1 against his team. I thought he had a better team than that. Certainly statistically, can't speak. Statistically, it looked like his team were better. But stats are for, what's the phrase? I don't know. Just going to make something up. Stats are for twats. There you go. Oh, rude. He said a rude word. Their Liberté has just gone balls deep. There's heavies are still on that corner. Shoot's come back round. He's obviously trusting to the Cromwell to let him know in advance if that AT-15 comes round behind him, because you don't want an AT-15 up your Jaxie, I can assure you. Another friendly tank's down. It's 2-6. Oh, hello. There's a Chinese light tank, WZ-131. There's no way he can deal with Shoot's armour. Not frontally anyway, and he's doing exactly the wrong thing. He's reversing. He should just carried on going, try to use his mobility, going backwards, and then you get tracked. And look at this. This is just painful to watch. Oh, but that's a different thing. But the the OI doesn't manage to get a shot away, and for some reason that WZ wanted to come out and have a bit of a shoot up. But there you go, that's a classic manoeuvre there. OI decides to roll straight forward and hits the building again. Watch the brickwork. This is a historic city you're in, mush. Now the only problem is you can see, oh look, what's that WZ doing? What is that WZ doing? Now you can see the only problem Shoot's got is, well, not the only problem, he's 4-6 down, is the AT-15 could well be coming up his Jaxie any minute now. And yes, indeed, there he is. And he's got help of a jumbo as well. Oh, there we go. Shot up the Jaxie with a premium round, but bounces off the super soft, must be too soft armour at the back of the Super Pershing, and fails to pen him somehow. So that's great. He's just going for it. You can see Shooter's just decided, oh, screw this. My team's dying. They're all knobheads. I'm going to go off and give these guys a bit of scene to. And to be honest, there's nothing much to fear. The OIs, if they're firing premium, could be a bit challenging. Firing HE, sorry. But did he get hit there by HE? He lost his gun by the look of it. Okay, took the beacon. Oh, look at the shells raining in. HE from the OI, yes, that's inevitable. And the OIs are running. They don't like this at all. Bounces the Liberté. Liberté is on full health. That's a tricky old tank. Nice shot. Takes down the OI. Gets hit by the Liberté. Can he get round the... Oh, don't want to go ramming an OI, mate. And OI is just pushing him. But he'll get the reload before the OI, and that's that. Gets another shot in the side from the Liberté. Now get your frontal armour forward. Mind the Liberté's got some seriously good armour. Here comes the AT-15. Bounces a shot from him again. Oh no, that was a T-43 he bounced a shot. Here comes the AT-15. He's come all the way around, chasing him. Gets shot through the cupola. Come on, Shoot, finish him off. He's firing premium at Shoot. Oh no, that's T-43 behind is firing premium and bouncing shells. My goodness me. How the heck is Shoot still alive? Oh, and there comes the... There were like 3 enemy tanks on him there. That took the Liberté, took him down eventually with a shell to the side. And but he tried his very best. He pushed hard, and he turned a game that was looking distinctly ominous. Turned it round a fair bit. That's 8 all, and he took on... What did he take on? Well, he took on the OIs, the WZ-131, the AT-15A, the T-43, and the Liberté, all on his Jaxie. Ah, dear. Never mind. And he's saying, thanks for the help. Not. And they might well have needed his help by now, but unfortunately they're all just sitting still at the back. So let's... Oh, jeez. So amazingly, his team went on to win that game. I mean, that AT-15 was hilarious, just chasing him around the map. And did he actually pen him? I think he only did once. All those shells, and particularly gold shells, he was firing at Shoot, and mainly up his Jaxie, and didn't do any damage, or very limited damage. So, yeah, look at that. 3 bounces he took. 3 bounces from the AT-15. Oh well, so that was Shoot's first mark. He got first class for that. Bruiser, fighter, 5 for effect, and high caliber. He told me I had to show this game because it showed him being aggressive, and he doesn't go aggressive very often. And boy was he aggressive. He put himself right about. Took on 5-6 tanks all on his own, and had a great game for it. I think if he hadn't have done that, the game would have been very, very different. He finished 3rd on base XP, 3,163 damage, 4 kills, 1,125. That's a really good return for that game, and he would have made big credits, I'm sure. Yes, indeed. 18 shots fired, hit with 16, penned with 15. He took 17 shots, 10 of which bounced for 1,100 blocked. And he made 101,000 credits. That's the beauty of a premium tank, tier 8. Did fire some APCR himself, but still made a very nice profit, 71,473 with a premium account. And experience wise, it was his ×2 for the day, so he ended up with 3,545 experience. Nice game, nice fun game, and one of the things that's great fun about the Super Pershing is just that you can bully people when you're top tier, especially in this new matchmaking of having, if you ever get that godlike matchmaking where you are one of 3 top tier tanks, you can just bully people. He bullied those OIs, and the OIs usually bully everyone else, so really good job, really good job. So from one game where Shoot was top tier, this time he is bottom tier. This time in the British Tier 8 tank destroyer, the Charioteer. Excellent, excellent TD. Highly recommend it, even if you have to go through the pain of going through the Challenger, which is a god-awful tank. He's platooned up here with Pixie Pincher, who's in the Indian Panzer, and they're on Winterberg. It is a Tier 10 game, though. So the good thing about this map, if you're in a TD, is actually there are some quite good positions to position yourself from and take on the enemy. However, the bad news is they tend to be on the other side, in my experience. These ones up here are fairly good, but fairly exposed. I suppose the only thing is about the other side, the north side, is that it's fairly obvious where the spots are. All on that sort of A line, there's a row of bushes where TDs tend to lurk. So Shoot's gone north. He's got into a position here. A couple of double bushes down into the middle there, which is useful. Oh, it's moving forward again. Okay, he's trying to... This is what I find up here, is it's the lie of the land. It's actually quite difficult to see over some of those humps and bumps in front. And also there's a big rock there, right in line of where you'd love to shoot. Still, he is bottom tier. All he can do is do what he can to support the team. It's got it's a pretty good team, so they should do reasonably well here. Pixie's rushed forward. Oh, I was going to say Pixie rushed forward. He didn't. He's behind Shoot at the moment. That's unusual for Pixie. He's usually very, very aggressive in the medium and a light tank. So Shoot's decided enough of this shit. I'm moving forward. Trying to get a shot on that IS-3. Doesn't look like the enemy have put anything much into the little village up here. Everything seems to be down in the city. There's a few medium tanks, and there's that prototype down there, and that's about it. Enemy have got... There are auto-locked onto the T-28 prototype. Puts a lovely shell into him. This gun is just awesome. 391 average, 391 damage there. Nice big roll. Now he's got some side shots down on the guys in the middle. This is why you have to take this village. If you're trying to push through that gap where that WZ-120 is, if there are some, I was going to say some ships, some tanks there providing view range, a TD up here, it just has an absolute ball. Look at that, straight under the lower plate of the Lerv. This gun is so accurate. As a T, is he going to go back for the Lerv? Bit of love for the Lerv. Takes him down, gun out. 5-4. But the attack has stalled, and if you can see, our tanks that push around the zero line have really got very far, and the enemy have a huge advantage in the city. There's only that VK-100 down there at H2, and he's a little isolated. T-62A was providing some support, but seems to be pulling back. He's hitting the tracks of this M103. Is it me, or does the M103 have surprisingly good frontal armour? It's getting assistance damage, which is nice, because his shot tracks him. And he's just keeping him tracked at the moment. That's all he's doing. Keeping that guy tracked. Now he's going to have a snipe shot. Can he hit the... Oh, that was so close. Should have hit the cupola. Still can't pen him. Still can't pen him. Jeez. Somebody else takes him down. Right. Object 704. That's a really nasty TD. But he's angled quite well. Yeah, don't think that's gonna work. Shoot. Now the only problem with this tank, it doesn't have a huge amount of shells. You can see he's used up quite a lot of shells already. The other thing is it doesn't really have any proper premium. What it has is a HESH shell, which is a high damage HE type shell, but it means you don't get sort of any extra penetration shells. But at the moment he's able to overmatch that Steve S1 really easily. Steve knows roughly where he is. Oh, that shell, that was so unfair, went underneath him. Underneath him. Okay, so there's an Object 704 down there, but he appears to be buried in a load of dead tanks. So you take a hit and hope there. It's got no eyes anymore. That Batchat's had to pull back into the little alcove. Now there's a few. Now we can see something. That's better. So 50B out there. This team is just dying slowly. It's like a death of 1,000 cuts. He's done what he can, but nice shot. That's the Batchat, 12 ton down. They're just about clinging on. It's 7 plays 10, but there really isn't much that his team can do to here. He's loading a Hesh shell. Don't know how that works on an Object 704. We'll find out. Oh, we won't find out because he's disappeared. Oh, that was a shame. He had the chance on the... No, hit the turret of the WZ. Very unlikely to pen him with that Hesh shell. Reloaded the Hesh again. Nice shot. Now get out of dodge because they know where you are now. Oh, surprisingly, his Sixth Sense didn't seem to go off there. Unless there's a problem with Sixth Sense. There has been quite a few problems with Sixth Sense. There's a pilot coming in. Pilot's got really good view range as well. He's down to 5, 6, 7, 8 shells. That's it. And he's decided it's time to get his booty moving. Pixie's died. Sorry, didn't see him Pixie die, but he did. But the team's pulled it back. It's 9 plays 10, so it's fairly even. However, you can see the enemy have the Leopard and yeah, the Leopard's got 3 kills and is doing pretty well. But we still have got 3 tier 10s on our side against enemy only 2. So in theory, we've got good odds. That was a shame with that shot. Nice shot into the pilot. But that's our Batchat down. Reload, reload, reload. Oh, no. Oh. Wasted one of his shells. He's down to his last 5 HE shells. I think that's what they're left with. He's done 3,600 damage we know of. He's done nearly 2,000 assistance, mainly from blocking, taking tracks down. It is 10 plays 11. He's given it a good old go. Missed a few shots he probably should have, well, would have hoped he would have got. But that happens. That's RNG for you. Now the good thing is, everything that's left is fairly light armoured. So Leopard is very easy to pen. The T-49 obviously is a light tank and very easy to take on. And the pilot, if you hit it in the hull, is pretty light as well. Got spotted by that pilot as he pushed forward. So Sixth Sense obviously is working, it just he wasn't spotted earlier on. Where's the pilot going? In a way, the enemy made this a lot closer than it should have been, because they, by not contesting the little village at the top, they allowed all of Shoot's team to basically get round there and shoot down the alleyway. Oh, auto aim let him down there. Auto aim let him down. T-62's saying idiot. Well, yeah, because he allowed you to die, didn't he? So you have to be an idiot. He's got Shoot saying I've got no ammo left. Well, he hasn't. He's only got 4 rounds left. That is it. T-49 takes down our artillery. This is not looking good now. This is not looking good at all. But at least they're sticking together. The pilot and shoot are sticking together. However, this could be nasty, because if that thing's got the derp gun, which he has, look at that, 900 hit. Wow. Repairs his ammo rack, needs that back, because... But here comes the pilot, come to help him. Nice shot into the T-49, and he gets rammed to death by a light tank. Oh my goodness me. But he only had 2 shells left. He'd used so many early on that he was out of shells, and it doesn't carry a huge number in this thing. So, just the pilot left against a Leopard, artillery, Tier 10 artillery, and that pilot on the enemy side. And there comes the Leopard. That's an exchange of shots where the pilot does okay. Oh, but he got shot at the back. Ah, dear. Here comes the other enemy pilot. Our pilot's doomed. It's only a matter of time, and there he goes. They tried, we flattered for a bit, but ultimately failed. So it was a good effort, really good effort by Shoot. Bottom tier, remember. He got an ace tanker, he got bruiser, he got fire for effect, Confederate, and high caliber. Finished top of the team on damage and XP. Yep, damage and XP. 5,157 damage, 3 kills in a tier 8 tank in a tier 10. I bet he sent some nice words to this guy, Red Line Shadow, who was blaming him for the loss. Yeah, buddy, in a tier 10 and you did 3,000, a tier 8 did 5. Who let the team down, huh? Shoot got 860 damage. Sorry, 860 base XP, fired 28 shots, hit with 21 and penned with 13. Did waste a lot of shells in the middle there, which came back to bite him later. He could have used them, but you know, hard to argue when you do 5,000 damage in a game, a tier 10 game. He took 1 hit, and it penned him. It was that T-49 firing HE, just wrecked his arse, and then of course was killed by the ram. But he did nearly 2,000 assistance damage. That was mainly tracking those boys down the middle. 62,671 credits. Got 5,000 for courageous contribution, for did your very best in a loss, basically. Gave him a lovely 67,700 credits, but he did end up firing all his hesh, which cost him a lot, and he ended up only making a profit of 9,400. Would have been a big loss of 13,000 if he hadn't been running a premium account. And he finished up with 2,103 experience with his, again, courageous contribution and for playing in a platoon. So really, really nice game. Tried his very best. They tried everything. He tried everything to cling on for the win, but ultimately, yeah, the enemy just were too strong. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed these videos. If you did, give it a like down below, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Yeah, okay. And if you've got a game that you think I should feature, you think it's a good fun game, doesn't have to be a win, doesn't have to be an ace tanker, just has to be something that's a bit exciting and fun for the channel, sort of thing you'd like to watch, you know, please send it in. Send it to my email, gamerdom13@gmail.com. Well, first of all, upload it onto the WOT replay site. Send the link to my email, not the whole file, please. And I'll obviously have a look at it, and if I think it's going to be fun and good for everyone to watch, I will happily record it and stick it up on the channel. So, thanks for watching. Enjoy your games, have fun. Try not to take it too seriously. It is just a damn game after all. And we'll see you again soon. Gamerdom out.